we got some new light to check out. Brand new Sofirn SP35T. I had to get some old favorites out to compare it to. These are the best that I could do to give a comparison in not only size but also the usability of the tail switch and side switch. Like this SP35T has a lot of cool features on this thing. So first off, it has a 21700 that it comes with. Check it out, there it is. It has a really good clip that it comes with as well. It isn't as deep of a carry, but very similar to, like, say, that Phoenix right there in the depth of carry. And I would also say the M2R, in honesty, is going to be a little bit better because the M2R has a little bit deeper carry. That's why I was able to flip it around and carry it light up. But anyway, with this SP35T, the features that are really cool that I was gonna talk about are the availability to come up in the lowest mode, memory, or turbo from the tail and from the side switch. So let me explain that to you. When you turn it on the tail, it comes on in the last mode that it was in. There's the little light on the switch. It goes from green, flashing green, and I believe orange, and then definitely red to let you know when to charge it. That's the last mode that it was in, and it'll just keep on doing that unless you hold down on this side button and hit it, and it'll come on in its lowest setting. And what I've been training myself to do is I can retrieve it out of the pocket, hit that side button, hit that tail, and come on in the lowest setting. That's really cool. If you want to save your night vision, you can do that. And if you are bringing it out of the pocket and you want to see what's going on in the yard or whatever, you don't use this side switch, and you now just double press and you'll come on in turbo. You'll come on in the brightest setting. If you don't do any of that fancy stuff that I just showed you and just hit the tail, it comes on in the last mode that it was in. To me, that's really cool, because now what I do is I leave it somewhere in the middle, about like right there, and depending on what's going on, I can come out and achieve whatever level I need to achieve, and for whatever situation's going on. That's been cool. We're going to get it out tonight, and I'm going to compare it to those three right there, the PD36R, the T36, and the M2R Pro. We're going to compare it to those. That way, in case you have one of those, you can get an idea of what this SP35T is like. It does have charging to where you can go ahead and charge it in the host, Type-C charging. Nice deep port cover, and it hasn't been flopping open or anything like that. That's been pretty good port cover. And then it has the, I'm gonna look that LED type up and I'll flash it up on screen. I don't want to misquote. I believe I remember what it is, but I'll put it on screen. And that's about it for right now. I don't want to bore you with too much. It has an orange peel reflector, which gives a nice flood, just tons of flood, lighting up an entire yard. And all right, cool. Let's make some nighttime happen. Now here we are at dark, and just hit it up in turbo right away, filling out everything over there. Absolutely just a ton of light. That is great. Seriously, like, looking with my eyes, I can see the distance I need to see that I'm always looking at out there, but I'm also filling out such a huge area. Much bigger than some of my other lights that I'm carrying. Now, I will say this thing is getting pretty hot. We're up to 50 seconds here, and that's pretty warm, so you're probably going to want to keep an eye on that. It's not a cold night. you get a little bit more time out of it if it was. Here's what I was telling you and showing you in the daytime. So carrying it like this, you come up in the lowest setting by holding that side switch down and then back off. There, that's going to be medium. And what I like about that is you have a lot of light to get out and walk around, do what you need to do. And then at any time you can go ahead and double press that thing, get it where you need to be. Let's see how hot it'll get. We're going to test the Phoenix PD36R on the right. A little bit more throw, but definitely not the large area that you were seeing out of the Sofirn. Next up is the T36 by Ace Beam. Same distance with a little bit more spill on the side. Looks like that Sofirn stepped down. That's good to see because we're up to 2 minutes now. I'm feeling it. It's definitely cooling off. Yeah, let's step it back up. And now the Olight M2R Pro, which also has a completely different beam profile, but just wanted to show you what's going on. That has been modded too, so it's going to be a different tint than normal, but at least gives you an idea what the beam profile looks like, so you can kind of get an idea what this Sofirn's looking like. So let's see how long it takes to step down. I haven't been paying attention. I'm watching the timer now. I made it step back up. Yeah, there it goes. It just stepped back down. So it's stepping down in 12 seconds after we got it pretty hot at 50 seconds. Definitely something to know. Definitely good to share that with you all in case you're looking at this light. Now you do have that amount of light to carry on and do what you would need to do, so that's good. And you know, mostly I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna see what I need to see with that, and then I'm gonna step it down myself and be somewhere like around there anyway. But if you want to run it on turbo, you got 50 seconds of that, and then it'll step down anyway. It'll step down for you. Glad we got to find that out, and now I know something and you all can factor that in. But pretty solid amount of time considering the amount of light that you're getting out of it on such a small light that you can carry in your pocket. So I'm still pretty pleased with it. Definitely no problems there. Let's check out this angle too. We're starting out in the lowest setting, what they call eco. Oops, turned on my motion light. Let's turn that off for a second. Hang on. So went from eco to, that's the next step up. Lots of light, plenty of light to see down there and see if there's anything in the yard. Now we're cranking it up to the next level. And I believe that's going to be the last setting until you double press and go for turbo. Lots of light. And let's leave it there for a few seconds and see if it gets hot. Not noticing it getting hot, so that's good. And it steps back down to the lowest one. And then there's turbo. Double pressed out. Tons of light. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, hit them up in the comments.